What up, everybody? It's your boy Tyler back again for another video. It is Tyler Tuesdays, but it's actually what's today? I don't even know what fucking day it is. It's Monday. So I'm doing this one day in advance. You know, trying to keep my shit up. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? Okay, my phone been acting weird as shit. If you have an iPhone, don't you hate it when your phone like freezes or gets stuck and shit? That shit is annoying as fuck. But yo, I got a new tattoo. It says regression to the mean. And if you don't watch Teen Wolf, what it means is in life there's gonna be ups and downs, but eventually the universe is gonna bring everything back into the middle. Which is why I put it on the hand that has faith on it, because you have to have faith that this is true. So I just wanted to show off my tattoo because I don't think I showed it off at all. Wait, there we go. I'm at a weird angle because I'm laying down. But today is the emotional video. I don't know if y'all been looking forward to it. Trying to figure out what it might be about. But why is my cat staring at me like that? Please do not get Nelson. Move. He always does that. Yeah, I know he always does that. It's like he knows. He's like, oh, daddy's fucking recording. Time to be in the video. Go on with your little ass. Go ahead with your cute ass. That man fucked up as a dumb ass. Yo, whoever likes that song from Kevin Hart and Trey Songz, yo, that song is so dope. And Kevin Hart's verse is so funny. Like, I love it. But yes, you can sit on me. You can sit down. I'm talking to Nelson. You can't see him, but I can. Um, okay, so where do I begin? Um, this topic is going to be, I'm going to be talking about my mental disorder. Y'all probably hear me say like, oh, I take my medicine, I take my pills, and y'all probably think I'm talking about testosterone, but I'm really talking about my anxiety meds. I have really bad anxiety, which most people would never guess, because when you meet me, I'm like the chillest person ever. Like, and I'm sorry if I sound like I'm high, because I'm not. I just woke up like not too long ago and ate breakfast. It's like about to be 10 o'clock. So I'm still kind of like sleeping, but I'm not asleep. So yeah, um, I've had the type of anxiety I have, because there is different types. It's called panic disorder. So basically, I can have a panic attack at like any time, like whenever the fuck my brain wants me to. So like I could be sitting here right now, and my brain would be like, "Oh, let's have a panic attack," and boom, panic attack. And I'm not stressed out. I'm just chilling, laying on the mattress in my living room, petting my cat, talking to you guys, and I can have a panic attack. Like, some things do trigger it. Like when I was in college, like finals used to trigger it a lot. Um, Midterms, like tests and shit. Um, Public speaking, I'm fine with. I like to talk. That's no biggie. Put me in a room full of people who want to listen to me talk. So what the fuck you think I started YouTube for? Nah, that's not why I started YouTube. But um, it took a long time for me to get this shit under control. Like when I tell you a long time, it took a long fucking time. And I'm gonna bring y'all way back. I'm 22 now, so let's go back to 18-year-old me. 18-year-old me. I have a girlfriend. Um, I'm about to start college. Um, in like a few weeks. Still, it's like the end of August. Um, this I started having symptoms around maybe like October, no, like November-ish. I started getting really sick. Like I remember I went to this party and we was drinking or whatever, and I was just I just felt like I was gonna throw up like the whole time. Like my stomach was hurting and everything. I just thought that I drank too much, but I didn't even drink that much. And I was like, wow, I feel so sick. Like so that like so that was like I just thought like I was just like it was just something weird with my stomach. Like I had a bug or whatever. And then it was my little sister slash Shalley's birthday, and we took her to see. That's when Breaking Dawn part. I think it was part two. Nelson, get out the fucking camera. Um, I think it was Breaking. It was Twilight. All right, just to say it was Twilight. So we surprised her and we was like, yo, we out. You know, and I was sitting in the movies and I was like sweating and like I did not feel good. I was nauseous, like my stomach hurt, and like all the loud noises from the movie theater was like bugging me out. Like I felt so like obviously the movies was packed because that was the premiere of the movie. So I'm sitting in the middle and I'm just like I just feel like oh my god I feel so sick. I feel like I'm just gonna throw up. So like all the sounds from the movie. I'm sorry if I'm looking up. I'm just looking around. Like I haven't been in my living room before, but I'm just like sitting there. All the sounds from the movies, from like the trailers and shit, is just bugging me out, bugging me out, bugging me out, bugging me out. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my god, like what do I do? Like why do I feel this way? Da 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 da. So I get up and I'm out. Like I leave. I tell my friends I gotta go, and I just leave. So I go back to my dorm. My dorm was right across the street. I went to New Rochelle, so um, I lived in the New Rochelle campus. So the movie theater was like right there. So I went back to my apartment. I lived in an apartment style dorm, and I remember our door was fucked up, and I could not get in my apartment to save my fucking life. And I was calling my grandma. It was late, so I called my house, and my grandma answered. And I was like, "Grandma, I do not feel good. Like I'm about to come home because I do not feel good. Like I need to go to the doctor because I've been feeling weird for like the past like few weeks, and it's just like something's wrong with me." So I go to the doctor, and she's like, "Oh, it sounds like you have like acid reflux or something." And I'm like, "Okay." She gives me pills for that. That shit did not work at all. So for like 6 months, I went stomach aches, nausea, um, just being downright depressed, like just crying for no reason, um, and just being fucking miserable, not eating. Like I lost so much weight, and I was pretty skinny, um, and it was just wild. Like when I tell you, I've had every fucking like procedure done on me in the world. I have like CAT scan and endoscopy, colonoscopy, fucking lactose test, MRIs, fucking I don't know, you name it. I think your boy has done it. Yeah, I've drank some nasty shit that nobody has ever should ever have to drink in their life. Um, I don't even know how I went to school and maintained my grades. My teachers used to tell me like, yo, like you're doing like a really good job, like, cause I let my what the fuck is it called, like your like counselor who like makes your schedule and shit. She was like, she like sent out a mass email to like all my teachers to let them know like yo, if Tyler's out or if Tyler's like at in class but his head is down, like leave him, like he's listening but he just doesn't feel good because he's going through this or whatever. But I did my best to make it to class and all this other craziness. But through all this craziness, and because I had an academic scholarship and I had to keep up a certain GPA or I would lose that, and a nigga didn't want that because college is expensive, and if you can get a little piece for free, you take that little piece. You know what I'm saying? So this went on from This went on for 6 months. Be feeling like this. Me going to, I was in the emergency room every weekend. I used to go home every weekend because I was in the emergency room every motherfucking weekend. No lie, like I'm not even exaggerating. I was in that bitch every weekend. Niggas knew me in that shit. Like niggas knew me personally. Like, and they always used to be like, "Oh, you know, how's home life? Like, is your mom treating you right? Is your dad treating you right? Is your grandma treating you right? Is your cat treating you right?" And I used to be like, "Yeah." Like I had a social worker. It was fucking crazy, and it was getting me tight. Cause I was like, I'm trying to put this on my mom's. Like my mom's ain't got shit to do with this. Like at all. She ain't got nothing to do with this. This is something that just came over me like a fucking, this shit hit me like a fucking tornado. So, long story short, I was miserable for 6 months. When I tell you I've never been so uncomfortable and so like I just didn't like that ass. I did not want to be here. Like I wanted to kill myself. Like I'm so serious. Like I wanted to die because the way I was, like that shit was not living at all. So I was like, I might as well be dead. Like I know that's some dark, deep shit, but I'm keeping it completely 100 with you guys. Like I did not want to be here. I did not want to be here because it was like as soon as I opened my eyes, the symptoms started. So the only way I had peace was when my ass was asleep. Sometimes like I'll be in so much pain, I'll be up for 2 days straight. No lie, just up. So like I really did not want to be here. Like me thinking about like the future and like what I was gonna do. I was not thinking about that because I was not thinking about being here. Like not at all. If you hear me, I'm playing with my hand thingy. So sorry if that's annoying. Um, but yeah, nigga did not want to be here. Nigga was not trying to live his life this way, like at all. So one day, one magical day, it all came together. I was in the emergency room on the weekend, as always, and I had this doctor. He wasn't a doctor yet. He was like, Nelson, move. Damn, you always trying to be in the camera. Like, this is Tyler's channel, not Tyler and Nelson's channel. He wasn't even a doctor yet. He was like still a student, and he was like an apprentice or some shit like that. I think that's what they call it. And he was looking over my chart, and my chart was long as fuck because I had like everything done to me. And he was like, you know what? I don't think this is a physical problem. Like, I don't think you have anything physically wrong with you because I would go to these procedures and everything would come back negative, 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 negative. And he's like, maybe this is something mental. So I got a therapist, which later I know it's a psychiatrist and something else. I know one is you just talk to them, and another one gives you meds. So I got the one that you just talk to, and then I finally got one that prescribes me medication. So I was on this medicine for a while, and it was working for me. Like I was back to my old self. Like I was eating. I was getting back in. I started working again because I couldn't work because I could barely make it through school. Like, how the fuck was I gonna hold down a job? So, like, I got a job. I started hanging out with my friends and like getting back to being a normal college student. Um, and that lasted me for maybe like my freshman year, half my sophomore year, and all of a sudden that shit decided to not work no more, and it was back at it again with the same thing I went through for the 6 months before I figured out that I have a mental / emotional disorder. Um, so I was at the guy who gives me my pills. I was basically at his office every week, and he was fine tweaking my medicine, like very slightly, you know, changing it to like make myself not have panic attacks. So he finally put me on, which he didn't want to. He put me on Xanax. Um, yes, I know Xanax is a street drug. Xanax is like, oh my god, you have Xanax? Like, oh my god, like let me get some. But he put me on Xanax, and that shit worked, and I'm still on that shit for till this day. So I've been on Xanax for a long, 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 long time. Um, life got better, you know. It was just life was just better. Life was just normal. I mean, there was some things because of the medicine that like every medicine has side effects. Like the side effect for um the medicine I'm on is like I can't be in the sun for too long or I get a migraine. So like I always have to wear a hat like in the summer. Like I'm always wearing a snapback, which is why my room is filled with hats because they're basically for the summer. Or like I can't drink too much. Like so you'll never see a nigga like drunk as fuck somewhere. Like that's just not that's not how the cookie crumbles, and I've come to terms with that because I would rather have 2 drinks instead of 6 drinks and have my meds work than not. Because I don't understand people who have a mental disorder and they don't take their medicine. Like that shit don't make no sense to me. Because all I gotta do is think about what it was. I almost poked myself in the eye. All I have to do is think about how life was before my medicine, and that shit go right out of my mind. Like the fuck you. Sometimes I be questioning if I took my medicine. I be like, yo, Tyler, did you take your medicine today? Because I don't remember. And I take it again. I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna have me out here looking crazy. Not me. But yo, if anybody is out there going through something like this and you don't know what's wrong with you, like you're going through all these tests, you're going through all of these, you're going through all of this stuff and it keeps coming back negative, maybe it is not a physical problem. Maybe you have a mental disorder that is causing all of these physical reactions, which is 100% possible because it happened to me. So I'm sharing this story to save somebody the trouble, save somebody the agony, save somebody the stress, save somebody the suicidal thoughts, um, to help somebody who might be going through what I went through and can get their fucking results a little bit quicker than I did. Because 6 months is a long fucking time to be fucking miserable. Every day. 6 months miserable. That's half the year. I was a miserable fucking human being. But yeah, that's my story. I'm here now. You know, I take my meds every day. Nigga, don't miss. I just took my medicine before I ate breakfast. Um, and it's just whenever I sometimes when my meds like your body gets accustomed to them and they don't work, and sometimes I have to go to the doctor and I have to get my meds recalibrated. Like my meds just got recalibrated like maybe like a few months ago, um, and that shit happens. I mean, there's nothing more I can say about that. So um, I know that one day that something, because I take like listen phone, I'm doing a video. I know that one day maybe one of these pills are gonna stop working for me and I'm gonna need to replace it with something else. But that's just the life of someone who has a mental disorder. And I've come to terms with it. The fact that I'm gonna have this for the rest of my life. My biggest fear about this is that I'm going to pass it down to my children when I do have children. That's my biggest fear. Like, I do not want them to have this. Have to go through what I went through. That's my biggest fear. But I've come to terms with it. It's just a part of who I. It's a part of who I am, but it's not who I am. Just like I'm being trans is part of who I am, but it's not all of who I am. But yeah. I guess this wasn't really that emotional. It was just very informational about something really personal to me. Like, I don't tell a lot of people my story of what happened to me and all this other stuff, except for the people who were there to witness it, like my roommates and the people at my school. So you guys got to know me on a little bit of a deeper level, and I hope this helps somebody. If it helps one person, then I feel accomplished. But that's all I got to say. I'm gonna go play video games, and I gotta shout out this one dude because I forgot. Avery Chu. He commented on my Get to Know Me tag. He said, "Hey Tyler, really awesome job with this video. You really put a lot of time and effort into your videos to make them great. I felt it was important for me to leave some feedback. Let's support each other." And me and him just went back and forth. But this video is long as fuck. I love you guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. As always, if you comment or subscribe to me, you get a shout out. Share this video with anybody. If you know anybody who is going through this, definitely share this with them, and it might just save their life. Real talk. But it's your boy Tyler, and I'm out. Peace.